Hello Infotech students, it's Mrs. Pancoke here. Today we're going to be working on lesson 2 out of our Access book. So I'm going to go in, find my Infotech folder, open up my Access book, and I'm going to go to lesson 2. Alright. So for this lesson today we're going to be creating a database and creating a table. Alright. So you can create a database using a template or from a blank document. Templates are ready-to-use databases that contain all of the tables, queries, forms, and reports needed for performing specific tasks. Alright. So it says get ready before you begin these steps. Make sure your computer's on, sign on. And we're going to launch Access, so I like to type Access in right here. Alright, I'm going to close out of this right here. And we're going to resize this. Alright. So on the top of the startup screen window in the search for online templates, we're going to type personal. And press enter. Okay, in the list of personal templates that appear in the middle of the start screen results pane, pick home inventory. Okay, and then it says a preview screen of the selected template appears in the center as well as a description. Okay, so in the search box, we're going to close out of that, and in the search box next we're going to type assets and press enter. Okay, in the assets template result list we're going to click updated asset tracking, which is this one. The preview screen appears, and then desktop assets tracking template preview screen we're going to click file name, and then we're going to replace it with assets. Okay. Alright, page 24. If you do not add an extension to your database file name, Access does it for you. So we don't need to type the .accdb. It says click the folder icon to the right of the name box, and we're going to navigate to where we would like for this to be saved. So I'm going to go to my Infotech folder, Access Lesson 2, and then I'm going to click OK. So it should save in that Lesson 2 folder. It says you should save your files in a separate directory from where your data files are stored. This will ensure that you do not overwrite the original data files. So basically what that's meaning is do not save your files into the data files folder. Instead, save them into our lesson folders that I created for you. Okay? So once we have that done, it says here, unless you choose a different folder, Access uses the following default folder. So it's just going to save it to your documents folders. We're going to go ahead and click Create at the bottom of the preview pane. The preview pane indicates the template is now being downloaded. And when the download is complete, the preview pane closes. Access creates and then opens an assets database as shown in figure 2-4, so it should look similar to the picture down here. So it says click enable content on the message bar. You know what? Mine doesn't say enable content. If yours does, it would show up about right here. Go ahead and click OK. Let's see. Getting started, an access help window may appear. So I think we're good there. I'm going to skip down to step 10. Click the place insertion point in the first cell of the item field and then type Canon. Oh, let's see. Alright, Access creates and opens an assets database. Okay. Close these windows. Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay. So right here, click to place the insertion point in the first cell of the field item, and we're gonna, so right here where it says item, we're gonna type in Canon EOS Rebel T3i. It's a specialty camera. Then we're gonna click the shutter bar open and close button. To close the, to display the navigation. So make sure the navigation pane is open to see all the objects in there. So once we type that, I think you're supposed to press enter. So make sure your navigation pane is open, and we're going to click the File tab, and then we're going to close this database. Alright. Says though to leave access open. Next we're going to be creating a blank database. So get ready, start access if it's not already running. Click the File tab to open a new blank Backstage view. So in the template section of the new screen, we're going to click Blank Desktop Database. So that's this one. It says over here, though, to take note, the new screen appears in Backstage View after you click on the File tab when no database is open. When a database is open, the File tab takes you to the Info screen in Backstage View. Alright, so we're going to make a new database, and it says that in the file name box, we're going to type blank database. Okay. If you want, save the file in a different location. We do. So we're going to click on the File button. And I want to make sure that I'm in my Lesson 2 folder, which I am. So you can tell that by looking at this navigation bar. I'm going to click OK. And we're going to click Create. It says that take note, at this point, you could import data from other sources, such as Excel spreadsheet or another Access database, to populate this database. You simply create your new database as you just did, and then use the import command on the External Data tab to, as discussed in Lesson 14. Alright, so we'll learn more about that later on. So take note, a database has to be saved first before any objects like tables, queries, forms, or reports can be added to it. For example, you cannot create a table first, then create the database to hold it. So next we're going to be creating a table. So it is easy to create a new table by using Application Parts Gallery and Quick Start. Application parts were introduced in Access 2010 and consist of predefined templates that you can add to an existing database to help extend its functionality. And right here, we're going to use Quick Start. The Quick Start category of these templates contains a collection of predefined objects arranged by parts for tracking things such as comments, contacts, and issues. All right. Alrighty. So on the Create tab in the Templates group, so click on Create tab. In the Templates group, we're going to click on Application Parts button to display the gallery shown. So, application parts, let's see. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger here. Alright. Once you click on that, we are then going to click in the Quick Start section of the gallery down here, we are going to click Comments. If you are prompted to close all open objects before instanating this application part, click Yes. So in the dialog box that appears, notice that the Comments table is a new object in the navigation pane right here. Okay, so Quick Parts made us a contacts table. Or comments table, I guess, excuse me. Says to close the comments table by clicking the comments table close button. So if it's open, it would look like this. If we want to close it, we can just click close right there. Next, it says open the application parts, and this time we're going to click contacts in the quick start area. So in the create a relationship dialog box that appears, select the there is no relationship option, and we're going to go ahead and click create. So a new table is created along with supporting forms and report objects as shown in figure 2-7. So now we have a comments and a contacts table, a contacts extended query. We have 3 different forms and 4 different reports. Alright, so creating a table from another table. We're still using our blank database that is still open from the previous exercise. On the navigation pane, we're going to right click Comments, Table, Database Objects, and then we're going to select Copy from the shortcut menu. It says to right click in a blank area of the navigation pane and select Paste. So I'm just going to click down here and click Paste. Okay. The Paste Table as dialog box opens as shown in figure 2-8. Notice that the default name of copy of comments in the table name box. In the Paste Options section, we're going to select Structure Only. It doesn't tell us to change the name, so we're going to go ahead and click OK. New table appears at the end of the list of database table objects in the navigation pane. Okay, it says, so it should still say copy of comments. For step 5 on page 29, it says double click the copy of comments to open the new table. Notice that the structure of the new table is the same as the table from which it was copied, as shown in figure 2-9. Alright, so we're going to File, and then click File, and then click Close to close this database. Okay, pause, leave access open to use in the next exercise. Next, we're going to be saving a database object. So from the File tab, we're going to click the New command, which should bring you to this page anyhow. And we're going to click the blank desktop database icon. Oops, you know what? I'm going to close that. Let's go to File, New again. Just click on it once. I double clicked and I shouldn't have done that. So we want to make sure it says database 1, and we're going to save this in our folder. So make sure that it is in our lesson 2 folder, underneath access, and in our info tech folder. Okay, I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to create. A new blank database appears, and we have a default table labeled Table 1. We're going to click to place the insertion point in the cell under Click to Add, right here, field, and then we're going to type sample data. And we're going to right click on Table 1, and we're going to, or actually up here, and we're going to click Save. So the Save As dialog box appears, and in the table name box we're going to type sample table, and we're going to click OK. So the table is now named sample table. We're going to next on step 9, it says click the file button to go to Backstage View. We're going to click Save As. Save Object As is what we're going to click next, and we're going to click Save As. The Save As dialog box appears, and we're going to type backup of sample table in the area under Save. Alright, and we want to leave this as a table, so I'm going to click OK. Notice that the new table object named backup of sample table is appearing in the navigation pane. The backup of sample table should now be open. Notice that the table contains the name row, maybe I skipped a step. I don't think I did. Okay. So it says now we're going to close the backup of sample table. Okay. And it says stop, close the database, and exit access. So I'm just going to click the big X up here. Do you want to continue? We're going to click yes. Alright, so next you guys need to do the knowledge assessment, and then we have 2 projects, projects 2.1, which is about creating a database, and 2.2, adding tables to a database. Good luck!